Abby have EMF meters measuring electricity. She's already gotten a 22 just by walking in here. So what does that mean?
That there's ghosts.
Behind your TV set, it's going to read about a 40 to a 60 milligauss. That's the electricity that comes off your TV while it's running. Your microwave, if you were to stand next to it with one of those devices, should read between 150 and 170. So, in a nutshell, this location gives us an average between 18 to 22 milligauss, and there's no electricity in this area. So all of these lights that you see over here, you are picking up the edge of the post. Yep.
I just want to make sure.
Should I record? Yeah, I realized that. I never.
Holy kill this.
No, I'm nice.
Believe.
Oh, hell no. What happened?
It says believe.
Yeah. You're back. All cameras going to hit that record button. Let's get back to EMF for just a second so you know what the heck we're looking at.
All right.
So the 22 milligauss that we just had that actually read through here, like that is an astronomical number for any other location being outdoors where there's no electricity. So that is actually very exciting to me. The little blinky light device that I showed you guys earlier that I put away pretty quickly only goes to 25. I will tell you that the highest I've ever seen Abby's device go in my 14 years of ghost hunting has been at this location. It errored out. So what does that mean? It went over 200 milligauss 3 times in a 15-minute time period, and it stayed within the 100 milligauss range up to 200 several times while we were there. We left. The reason why, I actually have epilepsy. That is too much electricity in the air for the guy with the neurological disorder. Abby is my safety director at this point. So that's why I will always use an EMF meter during an investigation. So it's a big deal. So not scare tactic, like this is real stuff, guys. So let's get to why we're here. So I'm gonna have to write down that 22. Do not tell me anything below that 22 at this point.
For the whole thing?
Just while we're here.
Okay. Hold this real quick and watch it.
So, welcome to a parking lot. Congrats, you made it. I told you, I take you to weird spots. Did you hit your record button, Laura?
I did.
Okay, I can't tell if you're recording or
That
not.
little red.
Yeah, you're
red
good.
dot.
You're good.
Yeah.
All right, so this place used to be something relevant to the history of Charleston. This used to be the Charles and Eliza Pinckney Mansion. Their mansion sat in the front of the space facing East Bay Street. Eliza's garden was lined up with Five Church Restaurant and went all the way across the lot. And then the servant and slave quarters were in the back of the area. So, who the hell were these people? Charles and Eliza had a son named Charles. They had a nephew named Charles. That's 3 different Chucks. That's why we look for those secondary clues, by the way. Which, by the way, all of you communication device people, this is where I start withholding information a lot, especially since we have Laurel here tonight. I am not going to be giving you questions like what color was George Washington's white horse, just so you guys have that idea. But back to why we're here. The son and the nephew were signers of the Constitution for South Carolina. It's a big deal for us. I hate politics. We're going to move on. If I don't bring that up, we will get very nasty messages through a spirit box. Like I've seen it dozens of times. I've been coming here for 4 years. I just make sure I give the gentleman their recognition, and we move on to Eliza. Eliza marries Charles at a young age according to today's standards. If you're going to ask her how old she was when she got married, do not expect numbers from the colonial days that she came from, like 12 and 14 when young ladies got married. Think of today's standards, because her husband was over double her age at the time. It was creepy then, it's creepy now. Thank you for the scowl. I appreciate it. Now, she marries him because her father is over in England. He thinks he's dying. So he's trying to bring all of his children home one last time. Eliza didn't believe he was dying, and instead she stayed put right here and got married. It's 1744. You don't get married in that year to get a green card. We're not a country yet. So it's not a thing. She did marry him out of love. This is a true love story, believe it or not. This is not one of the horrific TV show bullshit that's out there.
It's at 23.6.
Nice. So 22.1 and 23.6. Perfect.
Yeah,
That was at, mine hit 3.5.
Now it's at
Okay,
22.
good.
Now it's
I
at
know.
1.
And it just went up.
Now it's at
So
21.
what would I be looking for right
Okay,
now?
now I'm, like,
let's get through the history.
tripping.
Kind of remember your numbers.
Okay.
I'm going to be talking about spirit boxes again and making round robins
Okay.
to make sure you guys all got it. So, back to Eliza. She was correct. Dad didn't die right away. Instead, he starts sending her gifts from England to where you're standing. One of those gifts happens to be the plant seeds of indigo. That's a plant that makes blue dye that makes your blue jeans blue. Some of you are wearing it right now. When she got her seeds, she didn't know what to do with them. She had to learn from her servants how to keep it going. It's not always warm here, so there's where your agriculture comes into play. Then she learned how to make the dye, moved it to a cash crop, got a hold of Dad overseas, and told him that the rice plantations were going downhill. They were going to make a killing with the indigo. And we now have an international businesswoman during colonial times. It's something absolutely unheard of. Now that's the boring business stuff of Eliza. Let's go over the weird shit, because that's why you guys are all here, right? So with all of the spirit boxes, I'm going to be kind of giving you a set of focus questions. You can either say these things out loud, or you can just focus on them. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So I'm actually going to start with Laurel, because of her spirit box is kind of different than everybody else's. So you and Max, by the way, you're going to have the same set of questions. The mansion's not here anymore. Find out what happened to it. And if we get the what, we will normally get 2 or 3 numbers from the date of the exact day of that tragedy. I'm giving you a clue that it was some type of tragedy of what happens at the location. I want everybody to also keep in mind, every communication device that I have is out of my bag right now. If somebody's asking a question, that answer can go anywhere. That does include the 3 cameras that record audio, my voice recorder on my bag, plus any of the communication devices that are out, which I want to say at this point there are 6 of them. That's a lot. So that's why you guys are going to be telling me all of the silly things that you're hearing coming out of the radio. You don't know what's going to stick and who's asking which question. So, Lauren and, oh my God, why am I losing it?
Bella.
So the 2 of you have the same type of spirit box. You guys are going to be asking the same set of questions as well. Focus on Eliza's death. She's pretty open about talking about it. You can ask her how old she was when she died, how she died. There's 4 questions. Hang on. How old, how, where she's buried, and which president was a pallbearer at her funeral. So these are 4 questions that give very specific answers that are not yes/no questions. Yes, Max.
I said 50.
50.
You got 50?
And then mine just says none.
Nice.
Is this an orb in the camera? See that little dot?
That's a lie.
Is it just a
Well,
light?
keep the camera still. No. It's a flare.
Okay.
It would definitely be moving.
It would move.
Yes.
So the orb has to move.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
So Ouija board, you actually the 2 of you are together, so that's perfect. So the 2 of you are going to be like your device is kind of So you 2 have like the same set of questions as well. So
I'm not surprising.
your questions are going to be based off of Eliza's full name. Here's why. Her initials are ELP. That's what you're going to be looking for in that order. Okay. So if you get any words that are spelled out that are 3 or more letters, let me know what those are. Just like the word nut. I'm going to write it down just because it's 3 or more letters. So kind of keep that in mind. The reason why I'm asking him to look for ELP is because you're going to be looking for her maiden name. She's the 2nd wife named Eliza from Charles back to back. Both Elizas have a maiden name that starts with the letter L. Hopefully you get the maiden name that shows up on your specific word list. Maisie, you got that maiden name?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
What's maiden name?
I didn't tell you. You're going to find out through that.
Is it expertise?
It's going to start with the letter L.
Yeah.
All right, I think I have all of the questions out. So here's what's going to happen. I'm actually going to keep JP behind for just a moment so I can show him a little bit more operational piece while everybody starts to learn how to listen to their spirit boxes and that kind of thing. So Laurel will definitely get you unmuted. That's the button on the right. And then I'm going to be doing round robins with everybody to kind of see what's going on with your devices. I normally do 2. We do have about 7 or 8 cars in here. Just stay away from the vehicles altogether. Just don't even go near them. We have plenty of space to be able to work, and we'll kind of see what we got going on here. All right, everybody, let's spread out. Laurel, let's get you unmuted. Let's do it. I know you're dying to get to work. All right, so write down her numbers real quick. So how high did you actually get it to?
It was like to 24, I think, the highest.
23.6, you'd said?
It's been to like 17, 19, 22, jumping all around.
Okay.
Wow.
Right now it's at 0. But it's been jumping. It's been jumping pretty crazy.
So if
Here's
you walk
22?
around a little bit.
That was actually the year Eliza was born. 1722.
Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna cry.
Can you say my question one more time? Sorry.
Where's the mansion and what happened to it? When did that happen?
Kind of where my mom's standing. So you can't see her right now, right?
All right. That.
Like right there.
Which
You
way?
saw something?
Which way?
Yeah, like
Should
right
I point
there.
too?
Yeah, everybody start pointing.
Why'd you scream? That's your mother.
No, that was too tall.
You can't be screaming
That was
like
too
that.
tall.
Sorry.
You can't be screaming like that.
Okay,
Mom,
let's see.
there was something right behind
I just
you.
saw a light flash.
No, that's her.
Okay, so where did you... I think that was... Oh no, that's your mom over there.
Yeah.
That was a way bigger thing. He had something real.
That's my
You think this is all bullshit?
Yes.
All of this is
I
fake
do.
shit?
It's fine.
It's not fake shit, babe. How can you believe in this?
like.
What if Eliza comes and taps on your shoulder right now?
Then I'll be like, all right, I believe her.
Now I believe.
In real, I know, like.
But yeah, every
What's
time you
it
get a full
called?
rope, over like
She's
super
like
hard
Whoopi
reset, you
Goldberg.
can't make anything out of it. Neither will I. I would normally give you the
What was her
initials
name?
because again, we're still teaching the ghost how to use
You know,
the
it's
damn thing
interesting.
anyway.
This doesn't
Yours is the
register
one that gets
exhaust.
the full answer to it right away. So if you
And
say three, oh,
I saw smoking at it and it didn't register. But I could. He's right. I can see. I can see the cars.
I don't believe in coincidences.
You can see if the car has been driven recently. The whole front end is bright yellow.
Really? That's cool.
That's good.
This is scary. Like, what do you mean? Like, are we working with something we shouldn't be? Like, are we?
There's no electricity here.
Oh.
The transformers are way too far away to be influencing, especially as much as you can.
Let's Google it.
Alright, I'm gonna start bouncing with these spirit box people.
I thought infrared has something that
Alright,
it's throwing.
any spirit box folks in here that don't know how to
It's
listen to that
infrared.
guy?
Oh, but it's throwing from feeling to the temperature.
Infrared is the lowest light spectrum. Ultraviolet's the top. It's both of them you can't see.
I don't know. All right, I'm gonna find something.
Whoa, 38.
38.
I appreciate the excitement. Yeah, that's actually really...
Sorry. So should I not tell you unless it goes past
No.
that now?
Well, we're just going to keep it at 25. So anything above 25.
Until we leave. So we got something. Pepperoni.
And you were recording? Yeah. So again, I'll freeze frame it.
I don't have any orbs.
How did you die? I can't
What's
hear
she
you.
saying?
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't got anything.
I heard Johnson for the pallbearer, but I don't think that's right. Johnson
was way later.
Way
later.
No. Johnson was Kennedy's replacement.
But
Yeah,
that
but this
was
is
way
from
later.
the 1700s.
Yeah.
She was
He was
born in
1860.
1722.
Yeah, there's two.
That wasn't right.
I think there's two Johnsons, but I think one was Kennedy's replacement.
Who was the pallbearer?
One was Kennedy's replacement, and one was Lincoln's replacement. But I don't think there was a third.
Well, when was Lincoln?
Well, he was a Civil War, 1864.
What?
So 1722, that's like George Washington era.
Johnson.
When was George Washington president?
Well, 1776 was the beginning when they signed the Declaration of
Oh yeah,
Independence.
so 1722 is when she was born.
So she would have been 50 plus years old. So it had to be. I mean, George
Should
Washington,
we just
John
Google
Adams.
this chick and start to get some of it figured out? This chick over here is just
No, I mean, whatever. She feels like she feels shit, but I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I think it's just like you can. I mean, I don't want to be a dick, but just like you can convince yourself you're saying. So I think she's.
I'm convinced that was my grandfather that turned that
Absolutely.
Christmas toy back on. And there is no other explanation for that. But that's different than this.
I mean, whatever. I mean,
It just filled up all the letters.
Weasel?
What do you have? First I got Rise Yourself, and then I sat up there and I put my arm up, and as soon as I put my arm up, I got an error, and I just got Patch.
Are you still nauseous or do you feel better now?
I feel way better now.
I think it's weird about Rise for where Easter when you get back to our church.
Wow. That's actually a restaurant. That's Five Church Restaurant. I tried to get us a reservation there and it was booked.
I literally,
Whoops.
because I got
Yeah,
the
but
word,
it used to be a church.
I got the word believe on here, and I was like, right next to a church, and like you had to believe.
I can't believe that you were nauseous when we were standing on that
I know,
corner
I was
and now
so
you're
sick.
better. You were. I told you to go puke just to make it better.
So I have a little bit of an issue, which is I'm gonna have to pee, especially for 2.5 hours.
You're gonna have to hold it. I don't see any orbs. I'm just zoom in on Laurel a little bit. She seems to have the most stuff going on.
So unless I ask me, Eliza, would you like something?
Alright, Remy's not a believer anymore either.
Remy's not a believer.
Kind of like this word for that. I hear that word, I know the word.
Remy, what you got? Alright, he sees something.
Good for him. Look at him bonding
Look
with
at him hanging out with the kids. Yeah, that's cool. I think they're having fun.
Oh, yeah, dude, this is the bomb.
Aunt Lauren, I'm just keeping an eye, make sure there's nothing around you. She's deep in thought. I don't have anything. Let's trade cameras because it's getting heavy.
This one says I smell barbecue.
I'm wondering if this one says I can use the bathroom.
Do you think this is bullshit or do you believe this stuff? How can you do Uncle Jeremy? No shit.
I believe that
If I
mine
decide
is
I'm
filling
not
up
gonna
with a
do
lot
this,
of electromagnetic
I'm not going to do this, but if I were to
You were absolutely
how many
not.
different recording devices would
All
that
of
say?
the recording devices.
It's like, if I
Don't.
Say, wait, everything's being recorded. I have to go to the
Everything's being
bathroom,
recorded.
So I'm going to find Barb. I'm like, if I just peek behind that dumpster, how many of these
Cannot.
recording devices
You'd be
do you
in
think we
jail.
catch? I would be.
You
Be
would be
like,
in jail and you'd
Mr.
deserve
Shimon,
it.
This Shimon, here's evidence.
You would deserve it.
Here's exhibit A and B and C and D.
This is the point that we thought we would
I'd be like, wait.
Alright, what do these guys have?
No, what is that?
What do you guys see?
And we have like a thing going on.
That's not the tree.
Mom, do you see that?
What is this?
Mom, do you see that? What is this? Why is no one looking?
Mom,
do you see that?
people
Yo,
come up.
guys,
Come
there's
here.
a person.
Yo, this thing is absolutely huge.
He's absolutely dancing. It's literally.
It's actually right here in front of us.
Yo, guys.
I
Video
got
saved. I don't have anything
No.
that.
Along.
Actually, someone.
Why is he like.
What is this?
Bella, come look at this.
Look at this thing.
Dude. You wanna,
Lauren,
you got it?
JP, come look at this.
Macy, quit yelling. You're scaring the ghost,
How
bro.
old? How high is he?
Hey, Remy,
Get over here, Remy. Remy, can you see this thing?
That is a legit
Remy, what is this
person.
thing?
Remy, can you see?
Remy,
No.
look.
So let's say you swear.
Look at it.
There's a chance it's actually a real person because I don't have any
What is
cold
dancing,
stuff.
bro?
I don't have any words.
35. I just got 35 on my thing.
Why the fuck
Wait,
are you
didn't-
standing there?
No, you didn't.
No, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, I did.
No, you're lying.
Remy.
No, you didn't.
Did you seriously?
That whole sentence.
This
I
whole
swear.
thing is happening right now.
Dude, someone get his ass. What is he doing?
They're talking about something else.
He's
Maybe
gone.
they're
He's
here.
gone. Hey,
No,
oh,
he's right
back.
there.
He's back.
Oh my god.
Remy heard us.
Remy,
No, this can't be this.
He's like 12 and he heard that.
Wait, didn't he say that thing's going to try to make people out of everything?
I know.
Did he not say that or not?
Because you're myself.
I got nothing.
That's what I was.
Look.
What?
That's exhaust coming out of that thing, and I don't see it. That's weird.
Dip woven itself.
What's it say?
Woven itself. A long dip woven itself. Woven itself.
We went. You know what this reminds me of, babe? Is remember that tour we went on in Manuel Antone Park, and they're like, we're gonna find one of these rare little bugs that was like this big. We found it with that telescope. You think it's just some?
I should see those fire flames. I guess I don't know how.
They said he's wrong.
What's wrong?
They wouldn't say the F-bomb he said.
Why?
Because they didn't see the F-bomb back then.
Yeah, but they have been
Maybe they've been hanging
haunting
around
us for
teenagers.
300 years. They listen to what we say.
Standing on it. Give me out.
Bella, are you a believer? Because I'm a believer in this.
I'm not a freaking believer in this.
You don't? You think this is like? You think this is just bullshit?
I think he's pushing all this. He makes sense. 7.8.
That kid just said he just got a sentence in his ear saying, "Why the fuck are you standing
Yeah,
there?"
well, he just said that he was
no,
wrong.
but that's like weird, bro. It is weird. When we had the thing, and you had, like, you had like 36 on the electromagnetics.
I got ducked.
I don't have anything.
What happened? I get her story, but why? What, did she have a tragic end, or what?
Well,
happened?
that's what we're trying to find out.
Oh, you won't tell us.
He's not going to tell us.
Right.
I always jump on some things that that guy's dead on, like, but I don't have to.
So can I ask you a super personal question?
Yeah, okay.
Have you walked by like an annual church or no?
Have I walked by what?
The annual church.
No, I've only been here 5 years.
So that's
It's right on the corner of Meeting and Calhoun.
Here, that's where that kid came and shot those 5 people after.
I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, it was like
Calhoun and Meeting Street, the corner of Calhoun and Meeting. It's like one block
You
in.
don't remember the story.
There's
It's
a
kid
Circle
from-
K there.
Story. I didn't South Carolina.
He like prayed with him for an hour and then killed him. Like, it was just horrific.
Yeah.
So it's funny that I'm guessing most of the stories are 200 years ago. But what about 5 years ago? You know, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah.
I mean, it's what you talk about with like
Like there could be ghosts that were like someone that got killed crossing that street last week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we all bring our own, like, what I say, like our posse.
Uh-huh.
Like our, whether it's family members or protected spirits. So it's not just somebody that died 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, or it could be
Yeah.
a spirit that's never been alive.
Oh
I
wow.
think it's
Those
time
ghosts
to
that
get
are
everybody together.
Pre-living?
It's not.
All right, guys, let's head back to the wall.
So there's some spirits that never took.
Did we turn off the video? Oh,
It's just a quick.
literally hit it like 12 times.
Yeah.
Revolution.
Revolution.
And River Thames, but that can't be right.
River Thames?
Yes, the River Thames.
What's all that?
It's
Oh,
just- it's
that's
just
them.
Anybody else hear anything? Abby, you got nothing?
No, I got 0.
I got
Project.
I'm sorry.
You're good. No, I get it.
Well, I don't want you guys calling me Rick all night long.
No,
so that's
like,
why
I
it's
get it.
important
It's
for me to
alright.
get your guys' names down.
Yeah.
Any letters that came out for you?
XEW.
Yeah, got nothing out of that.
I got Project.
And he had to come back as soon as we left. To Pinckney Mansion and stuff like that. So interesting piece. So just weird that there's no other tours down here. I will be honest, like this place is normally littered with other tours. And I don't time this. So once I feel like we're kind of done with the space, I just move us on. So it normally just ends up being between 2 to 2.5 hours. That's why I kind of say that's the timeline. So welcome to Philadelphia Alley. So unfortunately, Laurel, I'm going to keep you on mute while we're in here. When we start. You have PA?
Yeah.
You're actually going to be looking for the initials RI while we're in here. That's going to make a lot of sense here in just a minute. But I am going to be writing down the PA because we are in Philadelphia Alley. This used to be called Duelers Alley. This is where some of the duels used to occur for the city of Charleston. And I say some of them because dueling was illegal and they had to find hiding spots. This just happened to be one of them. Every ghost tour comes down here, and I was actually looking to take this out of my route. Who's the person? Would you do that phone?
Do it?
Yeah.
Too much Justin Bieber in this thing.
You might hear him peeing whenever you listen.
No, I just meant I didn't see like the thermal.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems I'm trying to get back.
Uh-oh.
Did you have it in your pocket?
I did, yes.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Okay. There you go. I should pop back on.
So much Justin.
So every ghost tour tells the same story. I'm going to give you the same story, but I'm going to be giving you a few extra details because you guys are ghost hunting. Once we're done going through this location, I will tell you about our next space and why we go there. And then, of course, you'll be getting things from this location on top of that one. So, again, with this location, because I like to make it easy breezy so we can be in and out because we want to spread things out, I will kind of ask you at the end what you may have heard on your spirit boxes while you were trying to listen to me at the same time, okay? So, Doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. For those of you listening to Spirit Boxes, if you hear the song Brown Eyed Girl, it's not coincidence. We get it here all the time because it's part of his name. So anyway, Dr. Ladd moves here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda.
He transfers here?
I can see that. So Amanda just inherited a bunch of money from her dead parents. So that's the reason why he's moving down here, is because she has an attorney that is helping out with all of the cash, and the attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's cash flow. So he tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. So Dr. Ladd comes down here to prove that he's not just after her money. On his way into town, he has a coachman that brings him in and sets him up to be robbed and killed. It wasn't a very good start to his stay here in
Swear, I
Charleston.
just heard duel. Swear.
So, the coachman, by the way, he set him up to be robbed and killed, and it's kind of like having a really bad Uber driver today, to kind of put it into today's perspective. But anyway, somebody was walking by and seeing what was about to happen. The person walking by, his name is Ralph Isaacs. I stopped on Ralph's name because he has the same initials as where Dr. Ladd came from, Rhode Island. We were getting the letters RI all the time on our red spirit boxes, so I bought the device that I handed to JP. to make sure like those letters were coming up very specifically. We have had them come up specifically on that device about 6 times in the past year that I've had it. So kind of keep that in mind. Ralph tells the doctor, dude, I know this guy, the coachman, he's going to try to kill you. Come with me. You can stay with friends of mine at 59 Church Street. I got a room to rent, and you'll be safe and good to go. Doc took him up on the offer. Now, the two gentlemen are friends. The longer the doctor stays here, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. He's not after Amanda's money. So, she gets wind of this, and she's coming down so they could be married, and Dr. Ladd then became known as the Whistling Doctor. This is why I hate this story. It's a big old cliche. Every haunted city you guys are ever going to visit in the future is going to have a cliched whistling ghost. Ours just happens to be a doctor. Now, back to Dr. Ladd and Ralph and why they actually had a duel. They go see plays together, but they can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. He gets better seats than Ralph. So they go see Richard III one night, and on their way home, because they're talking about the play, because they couldn't sit next to each other, they're discussing the new actress they saw. Dr. Ladd thought she was great. Ralph didn't. Then it turns into Ralph insulting the doctor's fiance back home in Rhode Island. It got really ugly and nasty, and they went their separate ways. Ralph has friends around town. He goes to his friends at the newspaper and puts an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society kind of thing. Doc saw the ad, but rebutted with, let's go to Dueler's Alley. We're going to settle this once and for all. Somebody's going to die. Yeah, all this that started with over an actress. So they came down here, back to back, took their 10 paces away from each other. They turned, the doctor pointed his gun in the air, and he shot. He didn't want to kill his friend. He just wanted to have the courage to show up. But Ralph has his one bullet, and he puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Doc didn't die. He fell to the ground. His friends picked him up, took him home to 59 Church Street, where he dies 10 days later after refusing medical treatment. I'm going to point out 2 things. First off, he died on November 2nd of 1786, and in 1786, gunshot wounds were a lot different back then than they are of now. He's also a doctor, which means he probably just thought he had lead poisoning and tried to bleed it out himself, but he failed, obviously because he passed away. Now, every ghost tour that comes down here will tell you to listen for the whistles while you're here. We have 3 cameras running, plus my voice recorder. If we're going to capture a disembodied whistle, it's going to come through one of those 4 devices. The other thing with the spirit boxes, I can't tell you how many times in the 4 years I've been coming to this location that we have the whistling part of the song, and then the word doctor shows up immediately from a commercial. Doctor, all the time, like dozens and dozens of times. I don't look for it, it just occurs. It's him saying hello. I will also tell you that Dr. Ladd kind of follows me around town a little bit as we're kind of out and about. I'll explain about those spaces once we get over to those locations. So, if you're going to try this on your own and use your voice recorders from your phone to try to capture the whistles from the doctor, just remember that every local knows this story. Anybody walking up and down Cumberland Street or Queen Street, we all throw a whistle down the alley. I do it ever since I got thrown out of here. That's exactly why I like to put this part at the end, because it's actually the funny part. The teenagers will get a kick out of this. Yes, I get in trouble too. So, the alley didn't go all the way through the way we came in. There was a wall up there. This is before it was Dueler's Alley. So it used to be called Cow Alley because this is where they kept the livestock. So cows, chickens, and goats are all down through here. What does that mean for you guys? That means that the bricks down on the other side are older than the ones you're standing on, and they're sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child down at the end of this alley, and fingerprint swipes and others. I used to take my groups all the way through for a history lesson. Nothing paranormal about it. That kid's not there. Remember how I treat a grave. That person's not there. Same thing with that brick. However, November 26th, 2020, I took my entire group of 10, same size as we are tonight, down there, and I'm trying to scurry them along, yet they're all huddled around that brick waiting for something to happen with all the gear I handed them. I know nothing's going to happen because we're also outside the dining room window of the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. I'm just trying to be respectful. I didn't realize I was out of bounds. Well, the new owner of that mansion came out screaming. My daughter thought it was hysterical because her father's getting yelled at and she was on the tour that night, and we just moved on. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't tour on Thanksgiving. The day after that, I called my partner that I had. It was November 28th. He laughed his ass off at me too, just like my daughter did, because he said, dummy, you're only allowed to go down halfway. The cutoff point is halfway because it's residential past that. He's like, you got to reroute your group. It's Black Friday. We sold out again. Tell my group I'm not into pirates. I'm a vampire guy. We're obviously discussing pirates next, and I've never had anything happen with my equipment over there, so we'll see what happens. So, before we left, somebody with a spirit box heard the name Anne. I didn't tell them which pirate we were going to be investigating. The famous female pirate, Anne Bonny. It's kind of like, oh shit, maybe we're going to get something. We get over there, I told them what I did know about pirates at the time, which wasn't much, and somebody else heard the number 300. I didn't know what that meant, so I wrote it down. I did the research, and we were there November 28th of 2020. Anne Bonny's trial for piracy was November 28th of 1720. So we were there on the exact 300th anniversary of her pirate trial. Now, I did get a lot of wows and like, okay, I could see that. I was actually quite pissed off. Let me explain. I have a master's degree in creative writing and a bunch of bachelor degrees in writing tactics. When I'm writing and researching anything, I need facts and data. Pirate stories come from pirate lore and Disney. So the pirate lore was written 100 years after the golden age of piracy, the days of Blackbeard. If you guys are getting my point. I've read more books on pirates than I ever wanted to in my entire life. I've watched more documentaries. I've even played videos. So I have become kind of a pirate guru, so to speak. I do focus on Anne Bonny because her tale is fascinating to me. When we get up and around the corner, hopefully we will be getting things from Dr. Ladd as well on top of Anne Bonny, if she'll even be there. We'll see if she's going to be there at the same time we are or not. Before we leave the space, kind of talk to me. What have we heard? What have we seen? What do we got going on with your devices?
Hey, Lucy, you just turned it down so I could listen to
I know, it's kind of hard to listen to that and me at the same time. What do you got? Last 3 terms.
Exciting Daniel Doug.
Got that Daniel again.
As soon as I walked into that parking lot, just Daniel.
Weird.
And at first I thought it was somebody that bought Daniel, but
I have a brother Daniel, but he's alive.
yeah, I mean I know it's a common name, so
Yeah, but he goes by Daniel. That's you don't hear that.
I
very
got,
often.
do you want to step up?
Step up.
And then right when it said that, it went to, I thought it said 24.
It's really high for this location.
Yeah.
I would be mindful of how close you keep that to your other devices that are with you, whether it's your own cell phone or the
It
spirit
was
box.
like this right now.
Okay.
am I still
This is
keeping
that.
mine on?
What's Daniel's last name?
Ori. It's also by tap, so it's probably moving it around. I do like to step up, especially since they took 10 paces away from each other. Every once in a while, I didn't even know this, it's actually how I learned about it, is how many feet are in between 10 paces apart from each side. It's actually 50 feet exactly. So we heard the phrase 50 feet, I'm like, I wonder. Lo and behold, 20 paces away is military style, it is 50 feet exactly. So we do have another group, so when we actually pass by there, cameras, you will keep them low, you can point them at the ground, you can even turn them off at this point. I do like for you guys to you had some footage while we were here. Why it's something. Alright, so let's talk about why we're here. I'll be brief with this one. Your camera is upside down right now, so stop your video and then restart it. YouTube doesn't like the flippies, so I do splice all those together. It'll be your video, not mine.
Come on, bitch, you tighten up.
Surprised I haven't said his name more. It's been doing great. Yes, camera's rolling. So did you guys notice the little tiny building up there with little crosses or the big crosses on it?
Uh-huh.
The little tiny building. Those are not crosses. Those are earthquake bolts.
Where are we looking?
They're part of the reason why we're here. Big giant crosses, can't miss. So earthquake bolts are basically turnbuckles. They go all the way through the building and look like just like that on the other side. If we have another earthquake, like what we did in 1886, which we have not, by the way, you can tighten the turnbuckles. It tightens the building so it doesn't incur any further damage. It's a great idea. It just doesn't work. The only reason I bring them up is because it's actually part of the reason why we're here. Those are the first set of earthquake bolts that Charleston ever put in. The reason why is because that's the oldest government building in South Carolina. It was finished in 1713. Did you have something more?
No, we've heard the story about that building. We were here a few years ago.
Is outside this building too?
Yeah, earthquake bolts are earthquake bolts are all over Charleston and the former Charleston Turnbull Ocean. Pineapples lying eggs.
Oh my gosh!
So, but those ones in particular, again, you guys that watch the TV shows, you may have seen that Boo Buddy,
How do we
the
turn this
teddy
down?
bear
It's so
with the little
loud.
blinky light device. in
Show
there.
it to Laurel.
So in the event that a child ghost would recognize it as a toy, they would come near it. That's the whole point of it. I want you to think of that concept of recognizing the teddy bear as a toy. The same thing with this building, because this building was being constructed at the same time that Anne Bonny was coming here to start her new life. So it's just something from her era that she would actually recognize. We don't have many buildings this old in Charleston. So that's hence why it's a roll of the dice if she'll be here at the same time as us or not. However, we will get bleed over from Dr. Ladd as well. So the building took 10 years to build. Does that sound like our government? Small building? 10 years? No, not at all. I'll answer for you. But our history begins right in the middle of it, and I will breeze through this as quickly as I can, but slow down on the twists. We are talking about a female pirate. There are going to be twists, and it actually starts right at the beginning. A young lady moves here from Ireland. Her name is Anne Cormac. She comes here with her father and his mistress. The mistress is Anne's mother. Is everybody with me so far? Okay, the three of them are running away from her father's angry wife. How pissed off was the wife that she kicked them out of the damn country to come here? There's no planes, so it was by boat. They landed in Georgetown. That's right between us and Myrtle Beach. So Dad bought a plantation up in Georgetown, and that mom died pretty quickly. That means dad is now sending young Ann down here to sell things from the plantation to keep things afloat, hence the familiar building. So Ann back home in Ireland was said to be, you know, kind of a badass even when she was a little girl back home in Ireland. So when she was 7, 8, 9 years old, they say she killed a servant within the belly. So that may be where your belly thing is coming from. So I like to just give you the, holy crap. I feel like I've been screaming at you guys all night long. That's literally how I felt.
That was really loud.
That was really loud. That was kind of scary.
Fast forward, the building's done in 1713. Pirates are starting to come through Charlestown in 1715. So Anne is stoked because she's going to fall in love with one of these guys so she can earn her freedom, just like a man. The first guy she falls in love with, and I said first slowly because there's a handful. We're going to cover them all. The first guy is James Bonney. You already know where this one's going because I've already told you what her pirate name was. So Dad doesn't approve because James is a filthy pirate, so they run away to Jamaica and got married. And Cormac is now Anne Bonny. That's where the pirate name came from. However, when she gets down there, she realizes that her new husband is not the Captain Jack Sparrow that she was hoping for. This guy turns out to be a privateer, which makes him a spy for the British. So, wow, they are just ruining our whole spooky fucking mood tonight, aren't they? Apologies, but like, normally this location, like, I can get like a little creepy with it. And I can't do that. I'm fucking screaming at you guys. It's pissing me off. Like this whole night, I've just been screaming. The whole night. I'm not gonna have my voice by the end of the night.
Hey, can I ask you a question while we're waiting for this to quiet down?
Absolutely.
So you talked about like Anne Bonny being attracted to that building, and then the pirate, or I'm sorry, the other spirits not using conventional language. Is it that? So, assuming they've been hanging around for the last 200 years, they don't pick stuff up.
Couldn't tell you. I don't have that answer.
Yeah.
I just try to use things from their era.
Gotcha.
Now with this location, it's not like the prominent English woman that we talked about over there. I normally make the joke, like if you brought a bottle of rum and some tobacco, have a good time, it'll probably attract them to come talk to us a little bit more. So yeah, it is a know your ghost kind of mentality. I just try to keep it to their times as much as I possibly can.
All right.
But yeah, that's a great question. Now that everything seems to be calm again for 30 seconds. So, again, the husband's not Captain Jack Sparrow, so she falls in love again. So the second guy she falls in love with, his name is John Rackham, but everybody calls him Calico Jack. This is the guy that they based your Johnny Depp character off of, in case you were wondering. So, Jack has his own ship, he has his own crew. Jesus Christ.
I'll get some. I'll work on it. Get an orb.
Like my
Put that iPad back up by that cross. Let's see. You find anything, babe? This thing's haunted because remember this was on the story when we were here 3 years ago. It was actually 3 years ago tonight that we did this. That shit's creepy. I don't have jack shit on my infrared camera. Oh look at there's Uncle Jeremy. He's hot. What's happening in there?
There's a lot of people partying. They're starting to sing the beginning of.
In the jungle.
No, they were singing Kanye West. Jesus. Oh wait, that's Citadel guys going left.
Yeah.
That's drunk Citadel kids.
They're probably being hazed or something. That's the fraternity new member educator in there leading the way. Alright, she's over there having all kinds of like personal moments.
Remember that everything is recorded.
guys, don't get too close, y'all. It's high here.
I don't need to keep recording this.
Well,
I was recording when I was doing it.
no, you weren't, dude. You gave it to me.
You're good.
then it would look like it would still have that many dots.
Just for the record, if you see butts on there, that's her.
I have people that try to play the fart game with that thing.
Oh, we just had that conversation. You can't see a fart on this, right?
Well, I don't. So I tried it.
I can tell when somebody has already done it like 30 seconds later.
Because when I saw there's a truck that started up twice, and I immediately put it on the exhaust, and I didn't see it. So I was assuming that's.
Well, that car may have been. The exhaust itself was probably still cool at least
Maybe,
to
yeah.
ambient temperature, so
Uncle
you may have seen
Jeremy,
it driving.
I need you to do something for me. I asked what happened.
Warfare?
I got
War on the
Oh, I
word.
just got legs. Hold on. That was my first word since legs. I'll let you know.
What do you
Macy could
guys?
probably do it on her
Macy
own.
does. Yeah.
Down because it doesn't warm it.
Oh, dude. Get Macy in the parking lot.
No.
That's why I'm seeing when I want to see where we're at.
Hello, lover.
Okay. Take a selfie. You gotta turn it around.
Let's put the scary haunted shit in the background. Come on. No, you gotta get on the left.
I'm getting there, baby.
Alright. Are you smiling?
Yeah, I'm trying to look spooky.
Just smile. You don't look like a freak. Huh?
Oh, I got something. Jeremy.
Alright, wait, hang on. I want to take a picture of you guys like that.
Look serious, like yours.
Wow, guys. Are you smiling?
Yes, very much so.
Hang on, let me do one more. Because you know in the dark it doesn't. Afraid. Be very afraid.
I know, I'm kind of shaking.
So this one's hard because I don't. There's well, both of them.
Anybody else got some kind of communication?
Dad.
Yes. What? Oh,
You have the same face on.
that's my girl.
You want this cool thing? I'll take your camera.
Yeah. What am I doing with this? This is like the.
This is like the joints. No, Remy got bored of it.
It's not like an actual sin, because that would be S-I-N.
Stop, you're looking for orbs. Do you see any? I just see a big tum-tum on this one. Oh, someone's got their switch out. Wait, Dad, can we switch out?
Alright, yeah. What do I get for this one?
Wait, this is actually so cool.
Tell them 2.5. What?
Ow.
It says 57 point. Oh, that's
Ready? Wait. Smile.
Yep. That's why she handed it over, because this location doesn't get much. If we do get anything, I'm excited. Anything, I'm excited
Is
about
that
it.
true?
It's right where you're standing.
Ready, Max? Watch. Wait, hold on. Watch that. Watch how cool this is.
There's actually enough meters that you can get on your phone.
Ready?
Because your phone has a magnetometer.
Wait, hold up. I wanted to. Hold up. Hold up, dude. This is actually kind of chill. Hands on your knees. Hands
Oh, wait,
on your
it's
knees.
recording.
Test it.
Back. Hands on your knees.
Yeah.
Oh. Over her.
I said, what's the name of a person that's here? And I heard Abby.
Abby, what name?
I said,
She heard
name
you.
a person that's here. They said Abby. Wait, what?
She goes, name a person that's here, and she heard Abby.
Yeah.
What? Oh shoot, that's creepy. Whoa. Abby, look at how bright this light shines. Like, look at Bella. Now look at Bella. Guys, does anybody want this really cool camera? I know you want it. What do you have? Oh, this is the Ouija board.
I got out of that place, just walking through it. I had the camera in my pocket, little camera just hanging out of there.
Oh, those are plants.
A lot of stuff just around in my bag. And
Where are you from?
that's how I normally go about doing it.
Wait, what am I?
Again,
Oh, you don't want to draw attention to yourself.
correct. I mean, I had my father-in-law was with me. He had some gear in his pockets, you know, running spirit boxes on mute. I just listened to that shit later. I had a bunch of the word list going. I had my little autistic nephew had one running on his phone. Like, I just put everybody to work. Like, here you go. Here's a bunch of gear. Put this in your pockets and go back to where it's running. And again, what I do with it is multimedia first. And then I do the research to see what I found actually sticks. To make sure I'm not searching.
Another one finds the ducks.
So I go in unbiased, and I usually do that even on a private case. I'm doing something.
Guys, I don't know if it's filming or not. Don't touch stuff.
Is it red?
No. Should I be having it filmed?
That was like, I'm about to buy
Yes.
this phone. Can you please check it?
Yeah. So that's
I don't know what I'm looking for.
You're looking like dots just like moving around, like running around.
I mean, I see lights. That's what my uncle calls me.
Red dog! Is it not Shadow Bob? It's literally Shadow Bob. Little cutie. It's literally little. It's literally BOGO panties. Yeah, I was like, what's it? Robin's got the oldest bundling ever. And Robin's got BOGO panties. Why do we keep playing that song? I played it 4 times. Rich Baby Daddy? Yes. Wait, are you kidding? I was singing it to Max earlier.
Wait, no.
Like, not earlier.
Remember
like,
the pirate that married the other pirate?
Yeah.
Wait, you remember the guy who had
What
the
about him?
23-year-old
Rich Baby Daddy?
The part that says the hands on your knees. What the hell does that mean?
Wait, while I was doing Abby's, I go, Abby hit the stanky leg, and I started screaming that song.
On your knees.
It's probably just picking up what she said.
What? Is it playing a song?
It's playing
Is this stuff real?
a 5-second like ad.
Ridge?
No, I mean like it's like the real stuff.
Yeah, that's all like that.
Like there's like your mom's like pretty.
Okay, so I was
I guess. I don't know.
So I did, and I started singing Rich Baby Daddy, and I heard that song
like
and
well,
like
it keeps coming up, and like now it keeps playing.
after actual song, I just hear like that part. Like,
Yeah,
I've heard it like 5 times.
I that's kind of weird because like Rich Baby Daddy was released like maybe a year ago.
Abby,
It doesn't look like it's significant. My Ouija board is not even. My Ouija board is
Where'd
not
you get the
even
headphones to?
all right.
Favorite Sonic
All
order.
right. Ghost is not in the box. Well, I gotta give you.
Sonic order.
Gotta give us the answer.
Let's go to the wall.
She said Ridge.
I thought you said she said Riz.
I really thought it was Riz. I was like, no way.
I know, Mr.
Why is this like nice? Why is this like nice iPad?
Say what's up, now? Let's do it and give it to Shadow Bob and Little Kitty and BOGO panties.
There was like a Elizabeth or Elizabeth and a Mary. That's what I got. That's what I thought I heard, and I felt just. She was just like a wild enough. She's just.
Max, what's the last 3 terms?
Do you want to switch?
Sure. You know what? I would love that.
Thank you.
Because I'm not getting a lot, and I think the spirits like younger people more. It's you got to turn it up. Sorry.
So I like the image I have of
So if you hold, there's like a little lever right
I don't know. Over there I got something
They are.
Let's gather around. Let's do it.
Switch my shit out too when I was in music.
Oh.
The lady in this kid is my house.
I got it.
Because I know shit, baby.
We're done with this location. Okay. Let me explain the next location before we do anything further, and I actually need mine over here. Who's spirit boxes now?
I gave mine to Remy.
Not here. Cameras. You got an orange circle on there? Just tap
I
it.
got the
Yep,
same
you're good.
song. Right? Yeah.
And then we want to go ahead
got
and put
the
you at a
same
stop.
song.
Rich Baby Daddy?
There, it's recording now. We're recording. No, we can turn it off now. We don't need to record till we're into the park. So tap that again. Yeah. Tap it again. It's like a light, quick tap.
I don't understand what the lyrics hips don't lie to me. So, alright, hear me out.
I can see together. Sorry, the girl Abby takes up most of the
Everybody kind of gather around so I can kind of give you a quick explanation. I'm going to give them the gear that they're going to be using, obviously, and then we're going to walk away. 3 young ladies, please do not put on the gear until we come back. If I blindfold a bunch of girls and put them on the bench and walk away, it never looks good. Okay, so don't put anything on.
That's fair.
So when we come back, I will give all 3 of you tips and tricks of what to expect out of this whole session. So again, the 2 of you not being able to hear anything, somebody that came with you is going to be giving you signals. I will tell you what those signals are. They're like little taps to let you know that you're either too loud, we're done, whatever it might be. I'll let you know what you're talking about. So with that said, I'm going to give you the gear. I'm going to get this I'm just going to hang on to that.
Don't you think this thing should have some electrical reading? 25/7.
You're going to have disposable blindfolds. I do not want your eye boogers back. So,
Great.
if you
Sounds
can
good. Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to do that?
They are origami projects. If you can figure them out by the time we get back, I'll be super impressed.
Wait, what? Okay, we'll try.
So the rest of you are going to come with me. We're going to go over to that monument, and then the 3 of you are going to stay here. Where? I mean, you're going to hopefully. I mean, this project, you're going to be sitting there.
Man, I'm a little confused what's going on here.
Just roll with it, Bella.
I'm freezing.
Relax.
What?
All right, let's come over here.
Okay.
Smell coffee. You smell that?
I do. Max. Go sit with Daddy.
Guys, let's gather over here so I can give you the quick
come on.
history. And then we're going to go.
We have this recording now.
You can if you want. All right. Did you get anything on yours?
On the walkover, but nothing here.
Okay. Yeah, the walkovers from the sidewalks. Come on, Remy. All right. So this one's very quick, guys. It's not a big, long, elaborate story because I want to go see how this is going to go for you guys. So first time I came in here, I didn't know what to expect because every tour comes in here, I just didn't know what they were looking at. So I only had 2 people. Starting in November, like right after Halloween, is when I started looking for the new space for the year, and this was the new space for last year. The young lady with the spirit box heard the name Henry in the year 1828. I was using the word list that Max is using right now, and I had the name Tim on there. Behind me is a bust of Henry Timrod. So he was born in 1828. Again, I can't make this shit up, so I kind of already knew a little bit about him, but here's his very quick story. The guy's a writer, and he's sick through most of his life. So with him being sick and being born in 1828, he actually is old enough to go fight in the Civil War, 1860s. He goes out to the battlefield. His comrades realize he's too sick to fight, but they also knew he was a writer, so they sent him home. Said, go be the voice of the war. So he came home and started writing poetry about what was going on out in the battlefield. He became known as the Laureate of the Confederacy. That's a pretty prestigious title. So he has a son, after he's been publishing for a few years, and his son's name is Willie, and he's born on Christmas Eve, but he dies 9 months later. So I know I'm always telling you guys about dead kids, and I'm sorry about that, but that's the history of Charleston. But anyway, he's not writing as much, and he has another writer friend that realizes this. So he offers him his cottage in the middle of Columbia. And he says, go use that out there and get back on track. Leave your wife behind, Katie. Her parents were here visiting, so that way she can continue her mourning with them. So he goes out to that cottage, and that's where he wrote his last words. His last words were, beholder of brief mortality, which translates to modern English of dear person with a short life. And then he coughed, and it landed on the page in a bloodstain. He had tuberculosis.
Gross.
He died, age 38, right there, pen in hand. Perfect way for a writer to go. However, we are here for that bloodstain. That bloodstain looks like a man writing at his desk. We call it the Blood Book. They show it one day a year at the Charleston Library Society, and it's only on Halloween. You got to be a member to be able to go see it. But the internet's beautiful. I'm going to show you what the damn page looks like, and then hopefully we're going to go talk to Henry. Now, when
So that would have been that would be like got TB germs in it.
It's under glass.
I think you're gonna make me okay, babe.
I think it's old enough that it's
The
probably
TB is
dead.
Here is.
Oh, shut up!
That's a man?
That's a blood stain.
No, but it's of a. But it's
Look, it's like him.
man.
There's his desk, and he's got his head, and he's over it, and he's writing. Yes, I see it.
But
That's
for
crazy.
me, this tells the whole story. Dear person with a short life, cough, cough, death.
That's gross. That is so gross.
Wow.
Again, perfect creepy way for us to end our night. We started with nice football players and plantation owners, and now we're ending with a little bit of bloodshed, right? So here's what's going to happen when we get over there. You're definitely going to keep an eye on that thing. We have had triple digits occur while we've been going through this. Cameras. So Lauren, you're going to keep your camera directly on them because they're going to want to watch this later on. I don't repeat the story. They're going to have to watch the video or the audio, whichever one they want to go through. So in the event that they're not giving me the answers could come through our other two devices. So that's the Ouija board and obviously the little digital word device. So you guys will tell me if you see something. Don't make it a big elaborate production. Just tell me what the word is. So you could just say the word out loud and I'll know that that's what you guys have. Is that fair? Because I'm going to be focused on them. Again, keep an eye on your EMF. Definitely let me know if you guys see some spikes in here. And you got nothing walking in here? Surprising. Sometimes we'll get like a 10 or a 12 the minute we walk in here.
And I might have looked away.
All right, let's do this. Let's go talk to a ghost.
Big naked
Oops. Oh, cold.
I thought I broke it, but
I always bring extras.
why are you videoing us? Oh, look. Wait.
You can watch it later.
You can make them bigger for your ears.
Lauren's tired. She's been yawning for the past 30
I know. I'm sorry. I'm old.
Hang on. I gotta do some okay. Everybody's so eager to get this party started. Can you hand me the phone out of that? So I can get it set up? Slide it up.
I've had to have in that backpack.
This is actually the phone I owned last week. Like this used to be mine. Now I got a new phone, so I was like, oh sweet, now I can use one just for the C-Rap. Because I was using my personal phone for this, and this one's already set up. So here's how this is going to go. I need one family member that's going to be perfect. So I want you to stand over here because in the event that these two young ladies are too loud, you're going to tap them on the shoulder. Quiet down. We have neighbors. We're trying not to piss them off. When we're done, she's going to tap you on the leg. So that means we're done. You take off your own gear. In the event that something, hyperventilation or anything like that occurs, you're going to get a tap on the leg and probably another family member to come help you take your gear off. Okay, just going to keep that in mind. So you're going to tell me everything you guys hear. Everything. Yes, no questions, because I might be asking our ghost if I'm wearing a black vest. I'm expecting one of you to say yes. Does that make sense?
Like any word.
Any word you hear.
Any word you make out.
When you see any image that shows up in this, have you ever done virtual reality before?
I've done like any word.
So this is not going to be that 3D immersive world. So it's just going to be some like a galaxy off in the distance, and then an image will show up from time to time in front of you.
Understand how that virtual reality, like AI, comes into play.
Like make it simple.
You don't know, but I love working out with it.
Oh, you use one to work out? Oh, that's cool.
You like have a lightsaber, and you have like this is for the white balloons, and this is for the black
So
balloons.
blindfold, and then get home, and then turn up your
That's like a good workout.
I just say everything.
Yeah, you have to dip down and
Got it.
squat and do all that.
If they're too loud, I'll give you the sticker.
Oh,
I think they're going to be okay.
Okay, I'm turning it up.
Turn it up.
You're already loud, dude.
11.
Holy crap. Wait, can I start?
Yes.
Okay. Patience.
January 6th. Results were negative. Fast cars.
Look straight ahead. Line up with you. Don't look down. She'll start getting virtual lines. Okay. Your
Burn.
focus is right here in case it's going.
Largest.
Henry,
My name's Cheeseburger.
if you're here, I need you to come through and give us something about your
Breathe.
occupation. Let's kind of get some verification that you're here. I have two ladies that are blindfolded tonight. Listening.
Significantly.
Winning.
I am a
Even
child.
when you're 13.
And then
Oakwood.
I have Laurel over here that can
Loving
see whatever you
for
want
the-
to see using the green box tonight. Henry,
There's one man that
something about your
No.
occupation.
No.
you want to talk about something else?
Around you.
$5.
It's a little loud talk. Henry,
Yeah.
would you like to talk about something that you wrote about?
A mile.
Adopt a kid.
You want to talk about your child, son? You can talk about him if you want. You don't normally bring him up.
Miles.
If something is prescribed,
Weight
$3,000
loss.
cash prize.
One of child's.
Second child. Henry, can you give us your son's name?
Easy.
What was your son's name?
Looking
Major hassle.
for a fast
Right,
turnaround.
anything else in there?
But this comes out. A scale and uncomfortable.
Henry,
May the 1st.
can you give us more about your son? Maybe tell us what his birthday was? These folks know what it is, but that would verify that you're here.
Corner.
When was your son's birthday? You can give us the holiday, you can give us the number. I'll take any of those as validation.
Go again. It's us. Check it out.
Curiosity. Discover that there is no right answer.
You should have given her the spirit
Feel
box
good.
earlier tonight. You got something else there?
Trees blowing. Jesse. Double your free up.
Henry,
Thank God.
you're focused on your son tonight. At least that's the terms that are
Pay
coming up.
for a
Let's get
music
something
stream.
more specific.
Watering.
Looking for his name, his birthday.
Pain in your joints.
Ultimate party foul.
Can you tell
Pity.
me
I went in.
Local.
who was he named after? Henry? Max, you got any words going on?
Found.
Nothing ready to.
You joined the South Riders.
Nothing.
I say yes.
Just say you joined
Age of
yourself.
59.
Henry, did somebody else come
Black
here
and
with you?
yellow. Brought to you.
Talk to young people.
Jesus.
Dr. Ladd, are you here with us? Dr. Ladd?
Yeah, middle age.
Time period?
Sinking a boat.
Okay. Is there a facial hair on that man?
I just see he's gray skin. It looks like there's white. I don't know if it's coming down from his head or from up from his face.
Ultra finance desires.
The reason why I'm asking about Dr. Ladd, so you all know, she did say the number
From
59
You
in
have a
black and
lawyer.
yellow. 59 Church Street is a giant yellow house, and it is right around the corner. Dr. Ladd loves to come through in here, and I think there was something else about something
Coming
medicinal
out at
that she said
halftime.
earlier when we first got started. And he loves to creep through. Dr. Ladd, if you're here, I need something more specific.
Fundraiser.
Can you tell me the name of your fiance that you had to leave in Rhode Island?
Victory.
Pass the
Radio.
804. 0 pronat. Wait.
She's doing really well with that, by the way.
We're really proud.
It is a car from the.
Say goodbye.
It's a cop car in a city street, and it looks like 1970s. The medallion in the front. The building to the left. The lights are flashing. I'm standing right in front of it. The lights are on. Not moving.
Nothing from the center.
I'm just 50s to 70s. I don't know cars.
That
but
is
Mr.
also-
Little.
I have some
I'm standing.
confidence.
I'm right in front of the grill. It's gone.
Henry, you need to tell me who else
Hello,
came up
hello?
here tonight, because there's a lot of mixed signals coming through.
Return. Hello,
Something
I stand
tax
by.
return.
Parker.
Take me with you.
When you've been infected.
Henry, who else is here
Do
with
you
you?
hear me?
I'm trying to figure out who is here. I need a first name.
Globally transforming lives.
Henry, did you bring Dr. Ladd? Or is Mary Ravenel here?
Dead man walking.
Next year. Feel dramatic.
What is that, 3 energies you have now?
Fire.
Yeah, stretch my back.
Fire. Fire on fire.
Bound.
That's fire. Henry, can you really just tell everybody to back off?
Free on the radio app. Upgrade your surgery. You need victory.
You guys find this kid.
Help.
Henry, let's go straight to the
I
images.
want.
I'm getting names as a
Mal.
Lucy, Lucinda, Lucy. Yeah, I don't know.
Henry Timrod, ask everybody to step back because we are talking about your son. I want to show a little bit of respect because I know he died young. Can you give us his first name?
Good news and bad news.
Okay. Good news.
That's it. 2 a.m. Eastern time.
Tell
New videos.
He just got me and Wars that showed up on his word list.
And before that, there was
From
subtle.
cash to free timing.
Henry, back to you. We're getting little subtle things here.
Unlimited crab dinner.
Not a whole lot coming through.
Moe's.com. FMS.
Fire like 12 times earlier. What's on fire?
She sings that song that she be singing. Sloan Shaw.
Do you hear me?
The second time she said it. Who am I supposed to be hearing? Who is me?
Gasoline.
Fire. Henry, what's the
If
code
they
word
would.
if you'd like for us to leave?
Will be anywhere.
Henry, you can give us the code word.
This is my year. .com. Name drop.
Green light.
That is how
I'm
ugly.
inside a house that's on fire, and I see an
14.
alien to my right who has spikes, and he's waving at me, and he has big eyes, and he's sitting on a hospital bed. And there's a window to his left with a long curtain. And this is a cryptid-looking creature who's saying hi to me.
Get
Okay.
your clothes.
Hospital is in what time era?
Life.
I'm
Is
looking
it
around.
daylight?
It's really stark. It's really stark. There's a white sheet on the bed. The bed looks metal. In the corner.
Mooing.
In the corner, there's something spilled, tipped over. Now he's gone.
Okay. Yeah, they don't last long.
It looked like a
You
cryptid.
thought I was
Who is that?
Henry,
Where are you standing, waving at
do
me?
you want us to stay or do you want us to
Town.
go?
Who's behind me? Who's behind me?
I got
Standing
better
behind
do.
me.
Not directly, but there was somebody
Directly
standing.
behind me. Directly behind me.
No.
Nobody there. You okay in there?
Yeah.
Look for.
Breathing's getting a little heavy.
Mine.
My abortion was my decision.
Oh, boy.
Henry, we're gonna call
Maybe
this one.
not.
Can you
Okay,
say
hold
goodnight
on.
to us?
There's too many people coming through. There's
Yeah.
too many people.
You
We
can pull that off
can't-
if you need to,
Yeah.
for sure.
What have
And-
you just gone through?
Exactly. Henry,
I'm telling you now.
going once. Say goodnight to us. Going twice.
But they reconquered. I
Go ahead
said,
and tap them on the legs. Let's get them.
you know.
Go ahead and peel that off your face, Laurel. Let's kind of get you out of there. Don't move. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I tapped her.
You kid?
So,
You weren't talking at all.
I swear, it was like I couldn't even understand what it was saying. It was so static.
Yeah, I put my ear next to it.
Yeah, it was
really
okay, so want to make sure Laurel's okay
Yeah, I'm
first.
okay. I feel like.
Yeah, your breathing was getting a little heavier.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Yeah, sorry. I don't want to say that. I don't believe in like good or evil, but there's something else that's not.
What's
there's a
weird is there's
non-human
only
element
2
to it.
images in here.
There were. What?
It's only 2.
Which?
I have the police car one,
Yeah.
and then I have your weird alien one. All the
Okay.
other ones aren't here.
Interesting.
What were the other ones?
The ones that she was
Fire.
describing.
Torch.
The torch and
Yeah.
all of those other
There was
things.
a
Not there.
village base. Okay. Good. So those were like, okay. So it's like, why am I saying?
All right, so the three of you don't get up. I am going to show everybody what these images look like, so that way you guys can see that. So with this one, it was very confusing on who was actually here. Okay, so first off, here's her police car. I can't really make them bigger because of the way they show up, but this will be in your report. And I do run these images through Google Lens, so that way I can see what time era they're from, so forth and so on, to see if I'm missing any clues. So again, with this one, kind of confused me a little bit because there was a murder mystery that happened here, and it was in 1933. So I was waiting for her to say it was like a car from the 30s.
I can't tell the cars, but
There's her alien picture in the the hospital room that she was describing.
what?
So again, this is all generated from AI, and what it's doing is it's using the EMF around it, because it's using the magnetometer of my phone to be able to create this out of binary code. So it's basically how it works. It's a very interesting piece. So at this point, like, these two images don't mean anything to me. So just kind of keep that in mind. The conversation that was here, again, it could turn into something based on what we find out of the red spirit box. So Abby, do me a favor. There's a button next to your volume. Click it the opposite way so it stops the recording.
I don't even know where the volume is.
The reason why I do that is so you guys now know that the last 10 to 12 minutes was from this session. So again, it was just weird based on what was going on with the word generator on top of what was happening here. So, oh my God, Saturday nights, I swear. Again, I do apologize for my anger earlier about like just dropping some F-bombs in the middle of all of this, but man, that was like annoying to me.
Yeah, it's annoying.
But again, this was a weird session. I can't really say if this was a success or not. Like, this is, I think, the first one where I'm like, I'm not sure what was actually happening here. So
There were a lot of different.
but I mean, you described like 5 different images.